Okay, Benz, I'm going to hit you with a couple of very difficult questions. Maybe some of them are easier than others, but I'm sure our audience would love to hear about this. What is the hardest thing you ever had to overcome? You could be totally vulnerable.
No. Overcome. I would think learning the language was one of the hardest thing I overcome. And
was Spanish easier? Because you always say the French is like Spanish.
No, I think Spanish become easier for me later on in life due to the fact that I work in the office. Everybody speaks Spanish. Mm-hmm. I didn't really have that much interaction that people that speak Creole at the time. Yeah. And that becomes a norm.
It's not because Haitian guys like Dominican girls, that's why you learn Spanish?
No. Well, I had to adjust.
Okay.
I had to adjust of what's around me, my surroundings. And as I adjust, that was one of the biggest things. And I was able to overcome that barrier. That was like my biggest challenge. Mm-hmm. And that was it.
What's one of the most proud moments of your life?
That one I wouldn't know how to answer it. Because every time I go next level of my life, I think that's the proudest moment of my life. Mm-hmm. But as I'm striving for more, But I would put it this way. I would say family then.
Family, right?
Yes.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, as having a family, that was, I thought maybe one day I'm going to be rich. I'm not going to need a family. But now, having a family, having kids, having a wife, I'm able now to appreciate life more, and as I get older, I'm more settled now than I was as before. But right now, I would think like that's the most beautiful thing. Yeah. And I'm no longer working for myself. I'm trying to create a legacy right now.
Sure. What are you most passionate about in helping society? What is a charity? What is a cause that you want to work towards?
I would say knowledge for me, really.
Knowledge?
Yeah.
Educating
others, and then also giving back, like supposed to take a trip to Haiti to help others, the less fortunate. Just later on, I see myself creating a nonprofit to help others in Haiti and other countries. It doesn't have to be my native; it could be anywhere.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot of successful business entrepreneurs, they go to developing countries and they give business classes to these people. And these people, within a few years, the ones that are getting the business classes, are becoming business operators and creating opportunities for other people in their country who wouldn't have had those experiences if it wasn't for that initial seed.
I think I probably eventually will do that, but in the meantime, I probably would start locally here.
Yeah, of course.
And try to get that done here, and then educating people more awareness of what's going on, or people doesn't have the opportunity to go to school or to learn certain things about investment, whether it's real estate, whether it's finance, just be able to give them the knowledge that they need in order to go on in life. Because every day, you speak to someone different, and then they come back asking you like, listen, how do you do this? How do you do that? But at the same time, if they have the knowledge, they wouldn't ask you that. And I'm willing to give the information for free. I get excited just to pass information.
It is. It really is. And when you're teaching, you're also relearning the information.
Of course.
Now, I'm going to get into a couple of fun topics for you. I know you like this stuff. I know you're a car guy. You like cars?
Yes.
What is your dream car?
I don't think I have a dream car anymore, though.
You don't have a dream car anymore?
I don't have a dream car anymore because I feel like it's right there I could get. Mm-hmm. I'm at a level in my life right now, I would say like, okay, I want this car. I'm going to get it because everything that was a dream to me is no longer a dream. Mm-hmm. Now I'm living the reality of it.
That's awesome. So what excites you today?
What excites me today? It's funny you asked me that question. It's more so my career excites me a lot. I love what I'm doing. I'm very passionate about my job. This is what I do every day. Even I take it home with me. It doesn't even really matter because I'm always thinking about it. My career, this is what really excites me today. And then sometimes able to take a little bit of time off, spend a little bit of time with the family, but definitely that excites me a lot.
That's awesome, brother. Oh man, that incredible answers, because all the things that I'm asking you right now are things that a lot of people probably ask themselves, and they want to know, how does a person like Benz, who's so successful, how does he cope with these things? What kind of answers does he have for them? So to humanize you a little bit more, can you tell us how you start your day and how you end your day?
How I start my day?
You get up early?
I get up early. I'm get up early. I'm up at 4:30, 5 o'clock every day.
Okay.
4:30, 5 o'clock. When I first get up, usually I go downstairs, make coffee, and then try to think about my day for like 30 minutes. Then I get dressed, I go to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Then I go to the gym by 5 o'clock, 5:30. Come home at 6:30. Then take the kids to school.
Nice.
Then after I take the kids to school, 9 o'clock, either I'm on my way to the office, I'm on my way to a meeting, or I'm going to a construction sites.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I start my day. My day doesn't end until maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Then you come back home.
Then I come back home.
Yeah. Do you plan for the next day?
Do I plan for the next
Or
day?
is it no work at that time?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends on what I have on my plate for that week, because every week could be totally different. I might be dealing this week with finance, like, I'm not even going in the office, I'm
Mhm.
dealing with finance. Or the following week, I'm only dealing with construction. And the other week is I'm planning on future finance, or whatever the case may be.
Sure.
So it varies.
That's amazing, brother.
So I'm sure you do the same. So what about you? How you plan your day?
How do I start my day? Well,
Yes.
Usually my day is planned ahead of time because of obviously so many appointments that come up. But what I like doing when I get up early, obviously I do the same routine as you. I get up early, I hit the gym, try to get my mindset right, try to have my thoughts. And what I've been doing recently too is trying to spend a lot more quiet time. Because as humans, we tend to want to like multitask a lot of things. And what I've been trying to do is just quiet my brain in the morning, not having interactions with people, just kind of spend a little bit of time by myself, and just have my thoughts clear. And I get a lot of great ideas that way. But what I do is, when I get into the office, I just write down a lot of things I'm grateful for, like all the things I'm grateful for in my life. I write down the things that I have to do that day, that have to be done that day, no compromise, have to be done that day. And if I do those things, I don't overload myself where I'm like, damn it, I didn't do those 20 things. I give myself like 3 to 5 things that I have to do that day. As long as I do them, I feel fulfilled that day. I feel good about myself. So that's how I kind of plan my day. And then the rest of the stuff, obviously, since we manage so many people, there's going to be distractions, there's going to be interferences, people just sitting down, having breakdowns. You have those things, so you kind of have to almost plan your day around that it's going to happen.
No, of course. That's part of the business, or any type of business, or part of life, I would say. It's just that things gonna happen. Sometimes, like you said, you plan your days, you know exactly what needs to be done for that day. But for me, I'm still in the process. It's like, okay, I could plan my day, but there's always something that comes in that I wasn't expecting to happen, whether it's from the construction part, it's from the other businesses that I own, or something. But I'm able to cope with it.
Yeah.
And then I'm no longer like, okay, oh man, it's a bad thing that just happened. I don't worry about the bad things anymore. Before I used to.
Yeah.
Now I don't.
Okay. That's a good question. I mean, that's a good question for you now that you brought it up. How do you deal with a bad day? Because I'm sure we all have them. You have them. You have so many things up in the air. How do you deal when you get bad news after bad news after bad news? How do you deal with a bad day, dude?
For me, it's more like I have to re-strategize.
Mm-hmm.
Which, okay, it didn't work that way. I'm going to try it that way. Like you said, you have a lot of quiet time to yourself. I have quiet time to myself. So in my office, I have my assistant. I'll close the door for 30 minutes to an hour. And I'm on my phone. Either I'm making calls or I'm writing down notes to myself. This is how I'm going to go about of changing things. Because I know the more resources that I have, or either more thoughts on how to fix a problem. So sometimes when the problems happen, I know how to fix it. If the problem did not happen, I would not know how to fix it. Now I'm thinking ahead. So now for future, I know exactly what I have to face.
So you don't cry and eat ice cream?
No, I don't eat that. I don't cry. I don't cry and eat ice cream. I don't cry that. No, listen. Bad news, bad days. To me, today's is a good day. That's fine. Today's a bad day. I'm able to cope up with it. I don't have that problem. That problem is not in my blood at all. It's like, to me, it's part of life.
Yeah, I'm glad to know that you have bad days as well, because
we all do. And
I don't wish anything bad on you, but you're human.
But the thing is, it's how you handle the situation. Sometimes, like a situation might happen. I might not be happy with the situation. It's not like the problem's gonna go away.
By you being angry? No.
By being angry. I have to solve it.
You do.
So what I do, I try to find a way to solve it. Or maybe I might not have the answer. I could call you, I could call anybody else and say, listen, Lou, what do you think? This and this happened. Mm-hmm. Either you went through the experience. That's why I try to surround myself with the same people that have minds like me, that think their brain is like being a visionary, problem solving.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it is. And I can't waste my mind, my brain. That's all I need to function.
Yeah, it's funny that a lot of times we think with our rational brain when we're giving someone else advice. But when we go through the same problem or similar problem, sometimes we don't use that same logical brain because we're so upset.
Correct.
Recently, I told my father he was stressing out about something that happened to him, and the problem was so easy to solve because it just consisted of paying something for it to go away. So I told my father, my mother had told me, like, your dad hasn't slept in days, he's stressed out. And I told my dad, I said, Dad, if the problem can go away with money, then it was never really a problem. And after that, he felt a lot better and he just let it go.
Listen, if money could make a lot of things go away, I'll be paying a lot of money. I'll be paying a lot of money. Because okay, put it this way. I always feel like I could make money. Having a brain, I always feel like not... Put it this way. I might not have a product. But the fact that I have a brain, I know I can make money. So if money could make all my problems goes away, I would pay all the money in the world.
It will. Believe me. The only thing you can't pay is obviously health. You know,
no, you can't. You can't
do anything
so
about that.
But even with that, I try to plan for the future. You know, if it do happen, knowing this is what it is, and then get myself ready. Where before I didn't really think much of the future, because I would just keep on going, just try to grow. But right now, I look at the future, like creating legacy, having a family, having kids, and then try to have a better life for myself, and then help others.
Yeah. So you're doing a lot of mentoring now. That's a great thing. How
Correct.
can people find out about your mentoring program?
My mentoring program, they could find out either to my website, either they could visit my Facebook page or my Instagram page. I have all the information, and then or either they could call my office at 908-290-3962, or they could either email me at benzgene@lakaihomes.com. So I'm easy to find.
What's the name of the website?
Mr. Benz Gene.
Mr. Benz Gene? Oh, good. Then they can find you there.
They will find me there. It has.
Or just Google you, right?
Just Google me. I have all the information, and I could definitely help them. Or, you know, send me a private message, and then I think that's how I get most of my students right now, client contacts or whatever. But I'm doing that, and I also, you know, I want to be able to do bigger things. That's why, like I mentioned to you, right now I'm in the process from being an investor to be a developer. I'm making the transition to be a developer as well. And then there's a lot more works, you know, things that I have to work on as far as like even myself, you know, see myself, you know, in the future, like, you know, as a business person, not just as a real estate investor or a father or a developer. So as, you know, as a human being.
Sure. Yeah, I'm so grateful that you came into the studio today, Benz. It means a lot to have you here and tell your story to other people who may be impacted by it. I personally get inspired by you all the time, and it's funny because at one point I inspired you, I mentored you.
You still inspired me.
And now I see you, and I'm like, Benz, it's keeping me on my toes.
No, you still inspired me, and then that's why you and we talk. We don't see each other often, but we always talk. We always exchange ideas. I'll come up with an idea and tells you, like, listen, this is what I'm struggling with. You're always able to help me. You always give me an honest answer. It's not a competition game. We're here to help one another because, again, like I said to you from the beginning, if you wasn't able to pass me certain information, I probably wouldn't be who I am today. But it's some of the information that you gave me, I'm able to take and better myself. Because I'm sure you have your own information. I have my own information, but you experience a lot of stuff. You know, I might be older than you, but it doesn't mean anything. So you were able to pass certain information to me, and then I took this information, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, and I definitely use your energy, brother. I've learned a lot from you. So thank you for being in the studio today. Guys, if you're looking for someone to motivate you, to get you into the right mindset, follow my man Benz Gene. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. He creates some really good content. He's got some wonderful ideas for marketing, and you guys won't be disappointed. And plus, you also help people fix their credit, so check that out as well. If you're looking to buy a house or finance anything, Ben's the man to see. So thank you for watching, and Benz, thank you for being in the studio.
Thank you for having me, Lou. My pleasure. And then thank you again.
Awesome.